Hello, my name is Chika. Welcome to a game demo called The Lawyer. This game is like a detective kind of game, so puzzles, choice matter kind of, And same as before, I am not a very smart person, so sometimes solving puzzle and problem may takes me like some time to solve. But I love detective game. I'm not sure how this game like maybe like a Sherlock Holmes or something. But let's go. Let's check it out. That is a very small text. When you're done with main objective, you can call it a day from the case view and proceed from there or something.
Hello, my name is Mark Ferry. I'm an attorney at law. Are you here to take a closer look at my everyday duties? Well, you should have seen my last case. Remember this poor woman found dead in her bathtub? That was intense. I'm sorry, that wasn't very sensitive of me. Still, the case was huge and got on the media too. Heard about that? Yes? No? My point is, we're in the middle of a slow season. At least I am. Like there aren't any crimes during summer. What nonsense. But first, I'd like to introduce our extremely reliable, irreplaceable secretary, Miss Podnick. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ferry. There was a phone call from the court. They wanted to talk with you.
A phone call from the court? Did they state their business?
Yes, they requested you take a case as a public defender.
A public defender?
Is it text? Very
What did you
small.
tell them?
I was confused a bit and told them that you are a private attorney, but they claimed that you're on the list.
Well, I guess I am.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
Well, it was a long time ago. I tried public defense after completing my degree. You know, wanted to do something for the community, for people economically underprivileged.
But you haven't taken any case as a public defender since I started working here, have you?
That's true. I took some of these cases at the beginning of my career, and at some point I ended up here in my dad's office. So when they were calling me from the court, I turned them down once, then for the second time.
I understand.
I thought I'd sent my resignation. Well, it seems I'm still on it.
I told the court that you'd give the answer as soon as possible. Shall I make a call and tell them about your refusal?
No, tell them I accept.
I'm sorry.
I'm serious. I thought I'd have a lot of work after the red bathtub case, but I was wrong. I need to occupy myself with another case.
I understand, but maybe you'd like me to at least check what this case is about?
Please do. I can take any case now.
Of course. I'll let the court know about your decision and ask for more details then.
Excellent. I'll be around.
Okay, I think I am as a Mark. Who? Mark Panzer? Mark who? I need to take away that uh difficulty. Normal, okay. Game tips, alright. If only the subtitle is like a little bit lower, not in the middle of the map, not the map, the screen, that would be great. For some reason it's not full screen. Let me check. Now it is full screen. Alright.
Hello, this is the Ferry and Sonneberg office. I'm calling back on behalf of Mr. Mark Ferry. Yes,
Right.
he agreed to represent the client.
Mark Ferry.
Yes, I'll wait.
Pick up ID in your office. Where's
Yes,
my office?
I'm here. Do you have our
Oh, back
fax
there.
number? Mm-hmm.
Mark
Of
Ferry.
course. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.
Wait, say. How do I enter my office?
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. What's up? What's up?
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please?
I'm here. What's up? I'm here. I'm still here.
Mr. Ferry, could you come here, please?
No, I don't want to go there anymore. Okay, let's try again. What's up, young lady?
I talked with
There
the
you go.
court. Here are the documents. Please check the nature of the case. One of the pages is the letter of acceptance. You need to sign it and then I'll fax it back. Or you can send it from your office if you prefer.
No need to wait.
All right.
Thank you, Mrs. Potnick. I'll pick it up on my way out.
Tax analysis. In the inventory, you will find currently carried items. Some of them are documents which you can analyze to obtain valuable clues. Open the inventory and view a document. This will open the item in the focus mode, in which you can perform various actions depending on the nature of the item. Let's see. DA pass. Okay. Analyze text.
Okay. What do we have here?
First, determine who is the defendant in this case. Click on the name of the person. Full name of the defendant:
Mr.
Owen
Owen
William.
Williams,
Date of
25
birth.
years old, African
Married.
American, married.
Oh,
He's still in the detention center because he didn't bail himself out.
detention.
And what are you charged with, Mr.
Yeah.
Williams?
Check if there are any useful information left in the document. Mr. Owen William is accused of violation.
Drug distribution? Participation
What
in
is
an
this?
organized criminal group?
Dollar?
What have I gotten myself into? The previous public attorney has passed away, so the court urgently needed another lawyer. They found me.
May click everything. Oh.
Raylan Jackson. Ruthless and ambitious. Won't be easy with this guy. I should call the DA's office to schedule the meeting.
Oh, it reminds me of the Ace Attorney instead of the Sherlock Holmes. So I guess that is the number or anything. Nothing? Okay. I think that's all. Or anything else? I think there's nothing else. Alright, what about the... No! What about the DA pass? Okay, fine. Use the telephone in Mark's office to schedule a meeting. There you go. Jesus. Chill down. Okay. Who do I need to call? Loud. My ear.
District Attorney's Office.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm calling from the Ferry and Sonnenberg office. I'd like to make an appointment with Mr. Raylan Jackson.
The purpose of your visit, sir?
I want to speak with Mr. Jackson about the case DS 35789 and to receive an access to gathered evidence and other case-related information. I'm representing the defendant.
One moment, please.
Okay.
Mr. Ferry,
I'm here.
thank you for your patience. The prosecutor will meet you today. He's available from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Please come anytime. Oh, and please take any document which confirms your identity, of course.
Thank you very much. I'll be there. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Let me call everybody. Hehe.
District Detention Center.
Hello, this is Mark Ferry. I'm the public defender for Mr. Owen Williams. He's kept in custody awaiting the trial. I'd like to visit him.
Mr. Williams? Yes, we have him in the register. And are you his attorney?
Yes, public defender.
I have a different name here. Mr. Percy Morgan. But that's not you, right?
Yes, that was the previous attorney, but he passed away. Maybe the court hasn't passed you the information yet.
When did you get
Maybe a half hour ago?
Hold on. Maybe we got a fax from the court, but we haven't updated our registers yet.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes?
There is a fax from the court. It seems your information is correct. We'll make the necessary changes in the documentation.
So, when can I meet my client?
Today, we're accepting guests between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
I'll be there. Thanks. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right. Visit the district attorney. I can't run. I can only walk. Okay. Can I look that side? Stop looking the other side.
Oh, I almost forgot about that letter of acceptance. I should get back to Miss Potnick before I leave. Miss Potnick, I'm leaving. I need my letter of acceptance back.
Of course. Good luck with your case, Mr. Ferry.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. Ferry, detention, and this. Hello. When you're done with main
Hectic as
objective and
usual.
stuff. Okay.
No matter if it's summer holiday or any other season.
I thought that girl kind of float.
Excuse me, sir.
Jesus Christ.
I have to see your pass, please.
Okay.
I can't let you through before I see the pass, sir. Thank
Yeah, sure. Oh, is it done yet? Who are you? Who are you? Rylan Jackson?
Come in.
Jesus.
Good day, Mr. Jackson.
I actually
Ah.
chose the right one.
Mr. Ferry, welcome. I was a bit surprised that you still take cases as a public defense attorney.
I needed a change.
Really? So now you decided to help a drug dealer and a gangster? I guess you know how it'll probably end, aren't you? And for what? The difference between a public defender's and a private attorney's salaries is beyond comparison. So my question is, why bother?
Maybe boredom.
Boredom. I have a lot of free time and I needed to keep myself in shape.
Have you
Oh.
talked to your client yet?
No, not yet. I'm gonna go visit him after our meeting and checking the evidence.
I'm flattered. You did well visiting me in the first place. There's one thing I'd like to discuss with you, but before that, let's go to the evidence room.
I
But
have some
wait.
questions first.
I have something to talk over with you, too. But maybe we examine the evidence first?
All right, let's go then. The evidence room's around here. It's the one with the windowed wall.
This one, I believe. Ta-da.
This is it. Drugs, pictures taken at the spot, statements, and the police report. The last one won't be introduced in the court.
Because of hearsay? So the man who arrested my client will testify in the court?
That's correct.
There isn't really a lot of it.
Indeed. Your client was caught during a police operation to take down one of the gangs operating in the area. Do you want me to briefly explain the situation?
Okay, let's
Yes,
try.
please. I want to know both perspectives.
Right. Mr. Williams is in his mid-20s. He has a wife and a small kid. He works as an independent taxi driver and a courier.
Independent. Is he self-employed?
Yes, a friendly guy from the neighborhood who can drive you anywhere you want or deliver things directly and faster than UPD, Delex, or other postal services.
So how did he get himself into, as you claim, criminal activities presented in charges?
2 months ago, Owen was hired by Robin Smith, also known as RS, one of the leaders of the Southside Snakes, a drug dealing gang working in the area. The whole block had
Oops.
already been under surveillance back then, and the police waited for any good occasion to enter. When your client left the area with the package, the assault group entered the building and secured a significant quantity of drugs. Meanwhile, Mr. Williams was followed by Detective Roberts. He wanted to find out who was going to be the recipient of the package. Unfortunately, Mr. Williams was stopped on his way by a police patrol, presumably for running a red light. Fearing that the intervention would scare Williams away, Roberts decided to cancel the action and arrest the defendant on the spot. Of course, a package filled with narcotics was found in the passenger seat.
Did he resist?
As far as I know, he didn't. And of course he played dumb, that he didn't know what was in the package, nor he knew he was doing errands for a gang.
You know, like the chat thing is so inconsistent. Sometimes it is instantly changed, like the people that's speaking. Sometimes I need to click
Maybe he
it.
really didn't know.
Jeez.
Oh, please. He's either really stupid or a good actor. Do you think the jury will buy this story? I really doubt that.
We'll see. Can I work with the evidence now?
Feel free. I'll be in my office. Stop by when you finish. You might have some more questions.
All right. Evidence.
So that was the statement presented by my client in the presence of the previous attorney.
Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. Pick up. All right. I, Owen William, hereby state that I'm innocent of the given charges, that is, possession of distributing illegal substances and being part of the criminal organization. My associations with the Mr. Robin Smith was purely incidental. I was hired to pick up a package in his house in Southside and deliver it to Mr. Jackson Taylor in the North Side. Mr. Smith called a day beforehand on the 7th of June and asked to come in the morning. That was the first time I spoke with him. I'm a professional driver and courier, known in the neighborhood. I also have my ads in a phone book. I do not know possible mutual friends. None of them were mentioned by him, so I suspect he knew my phone number from the book. I arrived at Miss S. Smith around 11:30. Uh, that was my first time there. When I got into the door, an unknown man opened the door and told me to come inside. It turned out it wasn't Smith. There were three people in the living room, including the man who opened the door. One of them stepped forward, greeted me, and introduced himself as Robin Smith. He told me about package, but not about its contents. The package was a duffel bag. When I grabbed it, I didn't feel it was heavy. Smith told me to take the bag to Jack Taylor. I was clicking like here, so in case there's something I can click. Yeah. So, as fast as possible, as we agreed on the phone, he paid me upfront on the express delivery service. I asked only if the package is fragile. I thought, based on the weight, there might be something made of glass that would be easily broken. Smith denied. I had no idea who the other people were. They looked kind of intimidating and remained silent during the talk, but I didn't see any guns or on them or in the room. Mr. Smith was also polite to me, so I didn't expect any trouble. After I got out of the place, I wanted to go directly to Mr. Taylor. I was in a bit hurry because I wanted to earn more money for today and do other errands. I put the bag in front passenger seat and drove away. When I crossed the bridge and go to the crossroad bridge intersection, I ran the red light. I thought I could make it when they were still yellow. I didn't have to wait long for consequences. Unluckily, there was a police patrol who witnessed my action and pulled me over. I was angry because I knew I would lose all the money I was going to earn to pay for the ticket. I was cooperative with the patrol police officer. I had my ID and other documents, but they didn't ask me to leave the car. Suddenly, another car appeared and an unknown man in a white shirt got out. He showed his badge and introduced himself as a Detective Roberts. He immediately asked me to open the duffel bag. His voice was aggressive, and it seemed that the other patrol officer didn't know what was going on. I did as he said. I was shocked because I found a bag of cocaine inside. I became anxious and felt that it was a setup. I was arrested on the spot. I could scream something in emotion, right? I don't know, or something like that. I was taken by the patrol, and Detective Roberts stayed there with the bag and in my car. I repeat, I'm innocent. I have no idea about the content of the bag. I wasn't distributing them. I was just delivering package from one client to another. I couldn't also be part of criminal organization. I didn't know Mr. Smith or any of his associates. I was treated by the police as a potential suspect, not a witness. I was at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's all I have to say. There's nothing to click on. Or maybe it's just a bug. Not a bug, a bug.
Well, that's the police report written by the officer who detained Williams. Let's take a look.
Alright. Can I just open it like this? Hey! Oh,
The officer admitted that Owen Williams didn't resist during the search of the car, but started to get nervous when drugs were discovered.
well, I hope you guys can read this because I'm kind of tired to read such a long text. Please read it. I'm just going to stay a moment to check around. Mm, uh, he said he became aggressive. When I read the thing earlier, he isn't such aggressive. Maybe I can check back out. Nothing. What is this?
This is the key evidence. This package with a significant amount of cocaine could send my client behind bars for quite a long time.
Pick up. Ugh.
Somebody's opened the package. Was it Mr. Williams? That would be bad news. Maybe it was the police. Or maybe it was damage from the beginning. I should find the answers in the police report.
Okay. Mm, wait. We started to the whole procedure and driver didn't resist. Suddenly, another car appeared next to us. We? Oh, run the red light. We saw stop the car and give a fine. The driver was young adult, black. We started to wall and stuff. Unknown man turned out to be a detective Andrew Roberts. Stop. Looked quite anxious when he spotted the detective. Dad, Robert asked him to open the duffel bag that was on the passenger front seat. The man did it, and we spotted unidentified. We unholstered our service pistol and ordered the man to get out of the car with his hand in the air. The man used aggressive language toward us, but didn't use physical force. Detective Roberts ordered us to handcuff the arrest time. Okay. We arrest the spot. The bag was secured. Car towed. Asked the driver to open it. Uh, there's nothing. 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 There's only one. What is this thing?
That's one piece of evidence. Seems the packaged cocaine was transported in this bag. Can I learn something more about it?
Can I zip it? Zip it? Zip. Oh, okay. What can I see in here? Why can't we unzip it? Come on. Zip it. Unzip. Come on, just unzip this. Alright, I guess there's nothing. Hi, Jackson.
Mark Ferry, did you learn everything you needed from the evidence?
Seems so, but I still have some questions before I go to my client and listen to his version of events.
Of course you do. Before you ask your questions and go, there's one more thing we need to discuss.
And?
Look, we are rivals at the court, but the courtroom is not a place for a cockfight. I'm there to fight for justice, and I don't want to play tug of war. You know what I mean?
You're offering a plea bargain.
That's correct.
I'm a little surprised. That early.
It's not early at all. You're not his first attorney. The death of Mr. Morrigan slowed the whole procedure. I'm just accelerating things.
All right then. You have my attention.
Owen Williams made a foolish mistake. There's no doubt about it.
He made a foolish mistake. What kind of mistake? I mean, I kind of disagree
please
about that
continue.
because he's a
And
courier.
because of that foolishness, I don't think he's part of the gang. He's a small fry. A trial is a waste of time, and I'd rather avoid spending our resources in this case. We have bigger fish, one of the leaders, and a few real-time gangsters. I want to focus on them.
So, drop the charges then. Why bother?
It's not that simple. Drunk possession is a serious felony. We're at war against narcotics as a society. Remember?
But he didn't even know what he was transporting.
You can't prove it. Do you think the jury is going to believe in that?
It depends. Maybe this gangster could testify that Williams didn't know about the contents of the bag.
Please, be sensible. You have no idea what this guy's capable of. Maybe he'd help you, or maybe he'd choose to incriminate him too. There's no need. We can end this without going to the court.
So what are you proposing?
We'll drop the charges of being part of a criminal organization and drug distribution. As for drug possession, he'll get 1 year in prison, including time he's already served in the detention center, or pay a $3,000 fine. That's all I can guarantee without chopping my head off.
Thank you. Your offer looks really generous. I'll pass it to my client.
Of course. You said you have some additional questions, right?
Williams had another lawyer. What happened to him?
He passed away.
What happened?
Cancer. Why?
I was just curious about who was representing Mr. Williams.
Well, Mr. Morgan was a very good public defender. He can negotiate very good terms with the prosecution, but his performance at the court was also exceptional. Unfortunately, before I offered him a plea bargain, he'd already been taken to the hospital. Then he passed away, and the court had to find a new defender. You.
Thanks. I didn't know that.
Let's see,
Williams
what
had-
about the other one?
What happened?
Cancer.
Was wondering if his death was somehow connected to the case.
I didn't know you were a fan of conspiracy theories. Mr. Morgan, God bless his soul, was a venerable man who struggled with his health problems for a long time. He thought he can take one more case.
Thanks for illuminating me.
The gang.
Can you tell me more about this gang which the police took down?
The South Side Snakes. Mostly street thugs pushing drugs and extorting small local businesses. Leeches.
If they're small fish, then how did they get so much cocaine?
Obviously, we have a much bigger player who's a supplier and has access to drug production means. Taking this gang down was the first step in our ongoing investigation. We hope the leaders will spill the beans.
Anything else?
Your client had contact with one of the leaders, Robin Smith, and his henchmen. They're the guys who gave your bird cocaine to deliver to another key person, Jack Taylor. But Owen Williams never got to his place because he'd been arrested by Officer Andrew Roberts.
Those guys seem to be my key witnesses.
Maybe, but all of them were killed during the police action.
What? All of them are dead?
We wanted to capture them alive, but they refused to lay down their weapons. Only Jack Taylor survived, and right now, he's our key witness in the case.
So,
Oops.
maybe this guy knows about Williams.
Do you even listen to me? He's our key witness in a much bigger case, Ferry. Don't drag him to the court. You'll endanger both him and the investigation.
Hmm.
I can do you a favor and leave him out of court, but I need his testimony, even if it's written. Let me talk with him. Of course, you'll be there the whole time like a normal examination.
All right. We can arrange that. Thank you, Ferry. Is it that all?
Not, of course.
Can you tell me more about the circumstances of the arrest?
Everything is in the report. Have you read it?
That's not really helpful.
Because I don't really have anything more to add. The guy had a tail since he'd left Smith's house with the package. Then the police stopped Williams for some petty reason, and Detective Roberts intervened. Jackson didn't resist, but he became anxious when they discovered the cocaine. No surprise, I would be too.
Anxious? Maybe surprised?
It doesn't matter really.
It could matter if he really didn't know about the drugs.
He could fake his reaction. Let's leave that subject. It doesn't lead us anywhere. Do you have any more questions or topics to discuss?
Nah. Now I need to go back to the ferry. Can I go to the witness first? If I can move faster, that'll be great. Hello. Let's try going to the client later. Hello. Can I talk to whoever I should talk to?
Good day.
Good day, sir. Can I help you?
Yes, I'd like to visit my client,
First and last name of the defendant?
Owen Williams.
May I see your ID?
Oh, okay. I can't. So I need to go back to my office. Investigation holiday. When you're done with the investigation, you want to advance to the next step, which is trial. You can call it a day from the case, but you have to be alright. But I don't want to investigate. Well, I have no choice but to investigate. I mean, to call it a day, right? Oh, alright. Let's do that.
All rise. Department 2 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Theodore Robinson.
He's so
presiding.
uncomfortable.
Please be seated.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The court is now in session. Calling the case of the people of the state versus Mr. Owen Williams. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defense, Your Honor.
Will the bailiff please swear in the jury?
Will the jury please stand and raise your right hand? Do each of you swear that you will fairly try the evidence before this court, and that you will return a true verdict according to the evidence and the instructions of the court? So help you God? Please say I do.
I do.
Choose.
You may be seated.
We will now hear the opening statement from the prosecution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you're here to
okay.
decide the fate of the defendant who has been charged with the crime of possessing over 2 pounds of cocaine for dealing and distribution
How
purposes,
much is
as
two
well as
pounds?
taking part in organized crime. The defendant has been caught red-handed by the police during a secret operation to crack down the gang. He met the gang members and picked up the bag with drugs and tried to deliver it to another criminal, Mr. Jack Taylor, one of the leaders of the gang. The defendant then was stopped by the police patrol for running the lights, but he was also followed by Detective Andrew Roberts for the whole time. He's the one who decided to enter the scene and arrest the suspect. The police indeed found a bag containing the drugs, which was the direct purpose of arresting on the spot. The evidence and testimonies I present will prove to you that the defendant is guilty as charged.
Thank you, counsel. Let's hear the defense's opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor and ladies and gentlemen of the jury, under the law, my client is presumed innocent until proven guilty. You've already heard serious accusations against my client, Mr. Owen Williams. You can understand that Mr. Williams is a crook working for a criminal organization. The fact is, he's a humble taxi driver and a courier. That day, he was just doing his regular job and got a call from one of his many clients to deliver a package. Unfortunately, it turned out that his employer was a member of a gang. And what's more, the police planned that day to end the criminal activity of that group. Mr. Williams was extremely unlucky. He didn't know who he was working for, nor did he know the contents of the package. During this trial, you'll hear no real evidence against my client to prove charges of that caliber. My client is not guilty, and I'll prove it.
Prosecution may call its first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Detective Andrew Roberts from TCPD, Gang and Narcotics Division.
Name and surname?
Andrew Roberts.
Please raise your hand and repeat after me. I, Andrew Roberts,
I, Andrew Roberts, do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give to the court in this case shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I've been here many times. I remember the oath by heart.
Detective Andrew Roberts, I remind you that you are at the court and there are procedures here. Please treat the officials with respect and speak when you are asked to. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
I guess Mr. Detective is a hothead, or maybe he's flexible when it comes to formalities. Wonder if I can use that.
Mr. Roberts, please state your profession.
I'm a detective in TCPD, Gangs and Narcotics Division.
How are you related to the case?
I was the one who arrested Mr. Williams.
Why did you arrest the defendant?
He was transporting a bag of cocaine.
How much?
Around 2 pounds.
What's the street value of that amount?
Over $185,000.
Could the defendant operate that much drugs on his own or on behalf of a criminal organization?
All right, time to step in and spoil the party.
Rules of evidence. Objection. An objection to command is a basic and vital tool in every attorney's arsenal. When the other person's evidence, testimony, or question shouldn't be acknowledged by the court and they might clearly harm your case, you can raise an objection. If raised, the judge can decides whether it should be sustained. Thus, the evidence discarded or overruled, the evidence will be accepted. Try to oppose the prosecution question.
Objection, Your Honor. The question not only calls for speculation, but is also leading.
Sustained. Please stick with the rules of evidence, counsel.
Oh, I really wish they have the ace attorney objection, like shout and objection kind of thing. Oh. All right. Probably use objection lowers harm to your case and jury trust. To the prosecution, be aware if your objection is overruled, you will lose the jury favor too. There's no limit to objection which the attorney can make during a trial. However, using this command too often in appropriate situation might disrupt court proceedings, anger the judge, and will surely affect your rapport with the court. It can even lead to the situation in which your next properly used objection won't be taken seriously by the judge even if it has solid ground. Note that there will be an active pause after each question. If you decide to move on, you won't be able to raise an objection to that question later. Remember? Alright. How
How
did
did you
you
know
know?
he was transporting the drugs?
To be honest, I wasn't sure.
Please explain.
Objection, Your Honor. I think we're drifting away from the crux of the matter.
Are we? Overruled.
Mr. Williams happened to appear in the area under surveillance. You see, we were in the middle of an operation to crack down a drug gang called Southside Snakes. We were observing two houses belonging to the two key figures, Robin Smith and Jack Taylor. The two houses are located in two different parts of the city, so there were two surveilling teams observing suspects at the same time.
And the defendant?
He approached Robin Smith's house, located in Southside. It was morning. Mr. Williams came there by car. He entered the building and left it after a few minutes. He was holding a bag. He got into a car and drove away.
Who did he talk inside the house to?
Hmm.
I don't know, but we knew there were at least 3 people there, all related to the gang, including Robin Smith himself.
What happened next?
I was asked by Commanding Officer, Commissioner Francis Wright, to follow the man because he was probably going to another suspect, Mr. Taylor. In the meantime, the first squad in Southside decided to enter to neutralize suspects.
You arrested the defendant before he reached the destination. Why?
Objection, Your Honor. This goes nowhere.
Overruled.
He ran the traffic lights, and the local patrol stopped him. I was worried that they would scare him away, so I decided to step in.
A patrol? How big was it?
2 police officers.
Did you arrest the defendant on the spot?
No, I asked him to open the bag first, the one he took from Smith's.
What was the defendant's behavior?
Oh, he was agitated, like he knew what was coming up.
That's a fucking lie.
I got this.
Objection testimony. During direct examination, you can object not only to prosecution question but also given testimony. It's time to react to Robert's word. Use the objection command in the proper part of the witness speech.
Objection, Your Honor. The witness is speculating.
Sustained. The court will remove the part which suggests the reason why the defendant was acting as described. Please continue, counsel.
From now on, you can raise an objection also to testimony during direct examination and cross-examination. Use it wisely because improper use might cost you the jury report. The report used, the other hand, can reward you greatly and help the case. Watch out for situations when a witness evades answering the question or give unrelated answer, contradicts themselves. When you see the witness doesn't answer question, makes assumption, speculates, or simply lie. Alright.
That's a big lie. I wasn't agitated. I remained calm until I saw the cocaine inside the bag.
We'll get there.
Detective Roberts, where was the bag?
In the front passenger seat, but one of the officers claimed the defendant wanted to hide it behind it.
Objection! Hearsay!
What hearsay? It's in the officer's written testimony.
Mr. Roberts, you can only speak for yourself. The objection is sustained. Please continue, Mr. Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
What was inside the bag?
Cocaine.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have no further questions. I would like to submit pieces of evidence from number 1 to number 5, the duffel bag of cocaine, the pictures taken on the spot after arresting the defendant, and the complete list of other police officers' statements from the patrol which were witnesses of the arrest. The list covers statements of 2 police officers who were at the time of arrest and 4 other detectives who claim they saw the defendants entering Robin Smith's house and then leaving with the presented evidence.
Thank you, counsel. Would the defense object to any pieces of evidence?
No, Your Honor.
During a full version, if you can prove it's worthless.
Does the defense wish to ask any questions to the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, that's all? Oh, you're not going to finish this? No! But I guess that's all. So I kinda enjoy this. If they can fasten the running speed or walking speed a little bit, that'll be great. And it is actually I actually love this kind of game. Yeah, it's very simple and very you need to like um remember every single detail you have read and the clues and everything, and I love it, though I sometimes just forgot everything. But yeah, if you enjoy this game, please don't forget to like and comment down below what do you think about the game. I will link the game to the Steam store in the description as usual. Yeah, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys again next time. Bye.